I be like, sheesh, sunset on the beach. Make me wanna pull up on Miami with the heat. I don't know about you, but I know about me. Summertime in Florida, catch me.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Anytime Sports Podcast. I'm Colin, and I'm with my co-host here, Andrew. Say hi.
Yo, yo, yo. Let's go.
And we're going to get straight into it, because why not? And we did not touch on this game much, because when we filmed our last episode, it was before, but this is the week. We're going to first start off with the Week 13, the Monday Night Football game, the Win Bowl, you could say, where Mac Jones only threw for 2 passes, and they still won the game. 3, actually.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it was a hella windy game. Out in Buffalo, there was wind everywhere. There was snow everywhere. Honestly, if you can't pass the ball, don't. If your run game's working, yeah. I mean, the run stats weren't amazing. It was 10 carries for 111 yards.
Well, Damien Harris went out with an injury later on in the game, but
really wasn't much of a yard game.
Absolutely insane. Patriots are doing really good. We just wanted to touch on that game because we didn't, and now we're going to say New England's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say so. So now let's go into the Week 14 games, this past weekend of games, starting with the Thursday Night Football game, Steelers and Vikings. Vikings taking home the win, 36-28.
Yeah, I feel like this game was a really close game. Honestly, I was watching it. I thought the Steelers were going to come back. I really wanted the Steelers to win because, Vikings division rivals with the Bears, even though the Bears season's pretty much done. I don't know. I just wanted the Steelers to win this one out and take this one out.
I really don't like the Steelers, but and I really don't like the Vikings, so I really didn't care who won this game.
It was a lose-lose situation.
Minnesota didn't they have like a 23-point lead or 24?
It was I think it was 23 going into the third, and then Pittsburgh scored, and then they almost choked it.
Absolutely insane. Pittsburgh came back, and of course you got the Claypool situation where he celebrates with like
no
timeouts instead of getting the ball up the spike. Celebrates, blames on his teammate. He's super talented, just needs to learn how to be an NFL wide receiver. Be a pro. He needs like that veteran presence. They need to go out there and get a veteran wide receiver to bring into that room just to show him how to be a pro. Because I really think he's not as focused as he could be and as great as he could be. KJ Osborne, I was very pissed for the Minnesota Vikings because I was playing him in fantasy and he had 4 points up to that point, but he had 3 receptions, 83 yards, and a touchdown. But Dalvin Cook was the star of the show with 27 carries, 205 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He would look phenomenal out there. Kirk Cousins was 14-31 for 216 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. That's Kirk Cousins. He'll be very mediocre at times.
Well,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Steelers have a bunch of late comebacks. Attempting to have a bunch of late comebacks. Honestly, not a playoff team. Won't make it into the playoffs. That's it with them.
I mean, they have a shot to make the playoffs. I mean, that division's... They do have a shot to make the playoffs.
Statistically,
Statistically, they do. And they have an actual real shot of making it the playoffs just because that division. I don't know. We'll discuss about it, but the Bengals, if they keep being so inconsistent as they
everyone's
are right now,
inconsistent.
They should have won that game, but that's besides the point. But credit to Pittsburgh Steelers trying to come back, but in the end, Minnesota gets a win.
Yeah.
Minnesota's still in the hunt. They're still fighting for a wild card spot, so they got to keep winning games.
We will touch on those 6 and 7 teams later.
Yeah. Let's go to the Sunday games. We're going to start with the Ravens-Browns game. Work our way down to the Sunday Night Football game.
This game was back and forth pretty much the whole time. Cleveland had the early start. Ravens weren't consistent enough. I don't know what's going on with them. Lamar's out.
This game on Red Zone was the worst game to watch.
Yeah.
On Red Zone. It was terrible. But Lamar was out early, and do we know his condition at all?
No. Do we?
We're terrible. You want to Google it? Google it.
All right, you keep talking.
But I'll keep talking.
All right, I got it already.
Podcasting.
I got it already. Lamar Jackson sprained ankle, won't practice Wednesday. That's all it says.
So he's kind of he's questionable for the game?
Yeah, he's questionable as of now.
He's questionable. All right. But Tyler Huntley filled in pretty good, 27 to 38 for 270 yards and a touchdown. As best you can do for a backup. I mean, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
They almost had a shot to win it, but they didn't end up winning it. Baker Mayfield looked hurt. He looked like he was yelling at people at the sideline. I mean, there's news coming out of the organization that Baker and the head coach, they just don't talk much.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. I don't know what's in Cleveland, and they just don't look as good as they did earlier in the season. I mean, Nick Chubb's, when he only gets 17 carries for 59 yards, he didn't do pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, it was both. The Ravens aren't really good. I know they aren't really good, and it's gonna show. And there's a possibility that neither of these teams make the playoffs, or one or the other one does. But neither of these teams look phenomenal.
The thing is with that division, it's the Ravens, Browns, Bengals, and Steelers. All teams are consistent and not consistent at the same time. Because the Ravens,
they're all good teams.
Yeah, they're all good, decent teams. It's going to come down to these last few weeks, honestly.
Baltimore's
who makes
leading the division with 8-5. Cleveland to follow in 7-6. Cincinnati at third with 7-6. Pittsburgh at 6. So Pittsburgh is 6-6-1. Pittsburgh is definitely not out of this. They just need a couple more losses for Baltimore, Cleveland, Cincinnati, and they got it. I mean, this division is still wide open.
It is.
Who knows? Cincinnati had a chance to actually lead the division if they took care of business, but they didn't end up doing that. Baltimore with 2 turnovers, Cleveland with 1. The time of possession, Cleveland kind of dominated at 33 minutes to 26, which is a big spread or margin of time of possession. But credit to Cleveland, they did get the win at home, which is so important, especially when it's against a divisional opponent. It's always sweet.
Yeah. I agree.
So let's move on to the Titans Jaguars. Literally, we'll bring up the Titans absolutely dominated the Jags.
It's the Jags.
The Jags don't look very good. There was a report came out last week that Trevor Lawrence wasn't very happy that they benched James Robinson.
Oh yeah.
Coming out. I mean, the Jags. We'll get into it later. The Urban Meyer situation, all that drama. It'll come up in NFL news. We'll talk about that. It's just absolutely insane to me. They're just, and I don't know. Is Trevor Lawrence a bust, Andrew? Is he a bust? 24 of 40, 221 yards, and 4 interceptions. He hasn't thrown a touchdown in a couple weeks.
That's the thing, though. I loved watching him in Clemson. I believe he could be great. I believe he could be like Gardner Minshew status, like not Tom Brady status, but he could be decent status. Like Gardner Minshew comes in clutch situations. I think it's the people that coach him. If he has a good veteran quarterback comes by and shows him what to do, just like they did with Justin Fields, with Andy Dalton and Nick Foles. I think if they have another veteran quarterback come and help him out, he could be really great.
Wouldn't use the Justin Fields example because he's not as proven.
Yeah.
He's had Fields like that. But I would say more the Mac Jones situation.
Yeah.
That coach. I did not like the idea of bringing in Urban Meyer because he was an experiment. And why are you going to experiment on this really good talent here?
Yeah.
Get a good coach, get an actual NFL coach that knows NFL systems better and that could teach Trevor Lawrence stuff. He's not getting taught by Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer's trying to learn the game, so he can't really teach him it. I feel bad. They should have hired better. I didn't like the pick. If I liked Urban Meyer, if he went to somewhere with an established quarterback, maybe he could kind of develop. But starting with a fresh quarterback coming in the NFL, with a fresh coach coming in the NFL,
doesn't work.
I didn't really like that. A lot of drama coming out of that camp right there. Tennessee Titans will come away with a win. They're doing pretty good in Tennessee. They're leading their division 9-4. Indianapolis is 7-6, and then Houston, Jacksonville, they stink. So that division is pretty much almost set. Indianapolis has to
step up their game this next week.
Steps up if they want to win the division. But yeah, just wanted to touch on the Jags because they look lost. But this Tennessee Titans team, they're rolling, and they might get Derrick Henry back for
that's what I was gonna
the
say.
end of the season or in the playoffs, which is very good.
It's very helpful. They do need a bunch of run. They need a run game on that team. They have a good receiving core, but they would need that help from King Henry.
They do need that King Henry, and if they get him back, that'll be absolutely amazing. Let's go into the next game. Chiefs Raiders. Chiefs winning at home in an astounding manner, 48-9. And if you remember last year, the Raiders came into town and they beat the Kansas City Chiefs. So this was kind of sweet for the Kansas City fans and the players, kind of rubbing it in their face like, hey, you can't come to our house again and take him.
Yeah, it was like one of the first plays of the game. I think they intercepted it or something, and they went to the middle, and it was like all the media was around him. Yeah, and then
it was a touchdown.
Yeah,
fumble recovery for a touchdown. It was a 23-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown. So it was very good to start off the game. That defense looks very good right now. They're hitting on all cylinders. I really didn't see. I'd like to see a little bit more performance, a little more numbers from Patrick Mahomes, especially to Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. And not biased because they're on my fantasy team or anything, but I just say that. But it's very understandable why the Raiders are not doing so good right now. Usually with the interim head coach, they'll win a couple games here or there, but they're not as consistent. They're going to need to actually hire a real coach. But bright spot is Hunter Renfrow looks very good. He had 13 catches game for 117 yards and a touchdown. I'm pissed I dropped him in fantasy, but it's all right. We'll move on. Any thoughts?
I think Chiefs are back. I don't know if they're a playoff team. I said that in the first episode. I think they'll make it, but I don't think Patrick Mahomes is consistent enough. I don't know what's going on with them. He's just not putting up numbers.
With 5 turnovers, they could win, right? They can win any game with 5 turnovers.
Yeah, that pretty much depends the team they're facing. That defense looks amazing. It's just the fact of Patrick Mahomes. 20 for 24 is pretty decent, but you need to pass the ball more, especially with that receiving core.
The AFC West standings goes as Kansas City is 9-4, Los Angeles Chargers are 8-5, Denver is 7-6, Las Vegas is 6-7. So that division's still not all the way wrapped up. The Chargers have a chance to control their own destiny if they beat Kansas City. But credit to Kansas City rolling, and the Las Vegas Raiders just need some stability, I think. And I don't know, could this be the last year of Derek Carr? Are they going to trade away Derek Carr?
I don't know. He's been with them his career.
That could be a possibility, trading Derek Carr. We don't know what's going to happen at the end of this year.
No.
But let's go into the next game. It's going to be Saints-Jets. Didn't I pick the Jets in this game? I think I picked the Jets in this game. But oh my God.
We both picked the Jets.
I regretted it.
Yeah.
As soon as I picked it.
I was like, fuck.
The New Orleans Saints ended up winning this game 30-9. It wasn't even close. The Jets just don't look good. I thought last week they may have gotten something, but I don't know. They're not as good. The New Orleans Saints, Sean Payton, he's going to find a way to beat the Jets.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
I don't know. Taysom Hill he was 15 for 21, 175 yards. He did have I think it was a 44-yard rush for a touchdown. He looked decent for a backup, but I don't know. They need Jameis back.
Was more of his was rushing yards.
Yeah.
He did great in the rushing category. Credit to the Saints. They're 6-7 for being as bad as not having a star quarterback. They're 6-7. They're not that bad. Given they won against the Jets, so I can't praise them that much.
Yeah.
You know.
I would agree.
Okay, let's head to a game that shouldn't have been as closer as it was, though. But Cowboys ended up winning that one, 27-20. Man, that Dallas defense looked hella good, and that game shouldn't have been as close as it was. But this final score doesn't reflect how well the Dallas Cowboys played. Taylor Heineke exited off the field, and I forget which quarter, but he was hurt, and he picked up scissors on the sideline, which...
Oh, yeah, that's the second time that's happened. What is going on?
Insane. Pick up your damn scissors. There's got to be a rule for player safety now. I mean, that's insane. But the Dallas Cowboys absolutely rolling. Mike McCarthy guaranteed that he would win this game, that he guaranteed the fans that they would win. They ended up winning. In the first half, I thought it was over. They dropped 18 on them in the first quarter, and I'm like, well, this is bad. But Washington, credit to them, they fought back. They did have a shot to maybe do something, but it wasn't ever like that.
Yeah, they had 12 in the fourth. Is a lot like the Steelers. They come back late. A lot of these teams just come back late. Washington, I don't believe they have it to make it far in the playoffs.
No, and I mean Dallas basically they didn't clinch their division, but they're pretty much. I mean, they're not 9-4. Washington's 6-7. Philadelphia's 6-7. New York's 4-9. So they're pretty far ahead of the competition right here. 4 turnovers for Washington. That's pretty bad. I mean, but it's Dallas's team looks pretty good. I mean, I would have liked to see them score a little bit more points, but that's just me being nitpicky. At the end of the day, they won it. They won it. I don't care how you win it. You got a W on the board.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to be a playoff team, this is for Washington. If you want to be a playoff team, you just can't be giving up 4 turnovers a game.
I don't think they'll be a playoff team just because they're consistent. The quarterback consistency. Heineke is not the answer.
He is not.
But, you got to play winning football. Dallas is doing that right now. Credit to them. Let's head into the next game. The Falcons-Panthers. Falcons ended up winning that one 29-21. What were your thoughts on the game?
I don't know. Cordero Patterson, he's literally the whole Falcons team. Cam Newton, no, he's done. Just retire after the season. Just get out of here. We don't want you,
really?
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton's. It's hard for him because
he's a bench warmer.
He was so damn good his first year in the league. I don't know what's happened to him. He's not the same guy he used to.
No.
Maybe you should get a new haircut, new cam.
Exactly.
Maybe that'll help. But I just feel bad for him because he's hasn't really done much. I mean, he's 15 of 23 for 178 yards and an interception. I mean, that's not very good at all. That's making Matt Ryan's numbers look really good. But Carolina fought back. Atlanta ended up winning that 129-21 though. Atlanta 6-7. They're not a terrible team. Carolina falls to 5-8, and in that division, you have Tampa Bay at 10-3. Atlanta's at 6-7. New Orleans are at 6-7. Carolina's at 5-8. So Tampa Bay pretty much has that division on lock.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I agree with that. I think.
Yeah. Any other thoughts?
I mean, like you said, I just feel bad for Cam. He's with the Patriots. Bill Belichick made the decision to release him. He went to the Panthers hoping to get it, but then he just lost his last 12 in a row with Carolina, so it's not really a rough go. It's a rough going for him. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it's insane. Let's move to the failure of a franchise, the Texans.
And the Seahawks.
I don't know how you throw for 331 yards and still lose the game. Seahawks ended up winning that one 33-13 on the road.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how. Yeah, like you said, I don't know how you throw for 331 yards and lose and only pick up 13 points in the game. I don't know.
Absolutely insane. I looked up the side because I know in Red Zone it shows you who's the leaders in the halfway mark. Where I'm like, Davis Mills is leading everyone in yards. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah,
man, it was insane. But Seahawks, Russ is back. Russ is cooking. Maybe I can get a couple wins. Who knows? I mean, Houston actually dominated time of possession. So I mean. But Seattle, I guess, was just scoring all the time.
Yeah.
So Houston was on offense, but
I don't know what's going on with Russ, dude. I don't know if they're gonna get rid of him this year. After this year, I don't know what they're gonna have.
I have no idea, and I don't think that saved Pete Carroll's job, or I don't know if it improved it or hurt it. It doesn't really matter. These two teams are not really. I mean, Seattle, they're gonna need some luck if they're gonna get in. Like really, a lot of luck. And Houston's already eliminated, so we already know that. But
yeah.
Yeah, credit to them, and Russ is back cooking. Let's go to the next
game.
Broncos-Lions. Lions look absolutely trash. I started the wrong Lions running back. I'm that desperate. I have to start a Lions running back. I started Jefferson, I believe. And, yeah, Reynolds got most of the carries with 11 carries, 83 yards. Not bitter about that at all, but Jared Goff looks like Jared Goff. He looks absolutely trash. He is not a great quarterback, not at all. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater was giving him a run for his money by not really scoring much in the beginning, but then he started to get going. Um, Melvin Gordon, absolutely phenomenal with 24 carries, 111 yards, and 2 touchdowns. They were very good in that game. And Javonte Williams, am I pronouncing his name correctly or I'm not? The rookie
I think that's right.
Denver,
Yeah.
had 15 carries, 73 yards. I really like this rookie. He's very good. It's a very good 1-2 combo punch for Denver. Denver is 7-6. They still got a shot for playoffs.
They do. They have better record than the majority. Yeah.
But I don't think they will because Teddy Bridgewater is not the quarterback there. He's not going to be your quarterback. And I don't know what they do for quarterback. Maybe go for someone like Aaron Rodgers. Maybe
Possibly.
Go for someone like Derek Carr. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
the free agency this year.
Find a quarterback.
Yeah.
Detroit actually needs to find a dang
They got the number 1 pick. They're going to get the number 1 pick.
Yeah, but there's no quarterbacks coming out of this year. And Jared Goff also has so much money on his contract. I don't know how you could trade him to anyone else. Like, I mean, it's insane. But the Chargers, Giants, Chargers ended up winning that one 37-21. Chargers looked damn good in that one.
Fantastic.
I don't know if you watched it, but they looked damn good. Herbert was throwing the ball around. I mean, given you don't have to do much when you're playing Mike Glennon, but he was 23-31 for 275 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's very, very good.
Yeah.
67 yards and a touchdown. I know he had an ankle injury, so he's questionable for this Thursday's game. We'll find out if that has anything to do, but damn, the Chargers were good.
Yeah, I just want to see them make it far in the playoffs. I don't know. I just really like this team. I like Justin Herbert as a player. I think he's a really good young guy, second-year player. He looks great. I just want to see them make it far.
Yeah, that's true. And actually, the New York Giants fans, I am so sorry for you guys. You guys cannot get anything right for you. This season has been terrible. Mike Glennon is your quarterback, and that explains it all. But Saquon Barkley, 16 carries, 64 yards, not really good. There wasn't really much life on offense, to be honest. I really never felt like, hey, look, the Giants are going to come back in this game.
Yeah.
I really didn't. I really felt like the Chargers had this thing on lock the whole time. And credit to the Chargers, but New York looked crap.
Yeah, New York's just a rough time for New York football.
This is a game that the Chargers had to have. They're in a tight playoff race with the Chiefs right now to lead the division. Who knows, they can get it. They're playing the Chiefs this Thursday, which is going to be a very good game. And
it's tomorrow.
I'm excited to see. Yeah. Actually, it's Wednesday. Jeez, why am I?
Yeah, we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see the end of it because we gotta work. Bruh.
It's alright. It's alright. I got red zone.
Yeah, it's alright. It's alright.
Red zone. It's alright.
Alright.
Let's head into
Niners Bengals.
Yes, thank you, because I lost track of where I'm going.
All right, Jimmy Garoppolo was 27 for 41, 296 yards, 2 touchdowns. Joey B was 25 for 34, 348 yards. Joe Mixon only had 18 carries for 58 yards. George Kittle had 13 receptions for 151 yards, and then T. Higgins had 5 receptions for 114 yards.
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy G did it. They pulled off the win. They went away, and they got it.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bengals tried
Final
to
drive.
come back at the end. They forced it into OT. Just couldn't get it in the end zone. Ended up being
field goal.
The win for San Francisco. This is the game that Cincinnati wished they could have, but they didn't. I mean, and this was the game that San Francisco needed to have. They're back in the hunt. They got to win a couple more games. They got to hope Los Angeles loses a couple more games. And when I say LA, I mean the LA Rams.
Yeah.
And who knows how Arizona is after the loss of Hopkins.
Yeah.
Hopkins is out for the season. That's a big loss. We were going to get into that to our topic. But credit to them. They played a very good game. Cincinnati threw had 2 turnovers, and Joe Burrow got him back in the game, but they just didn't look good in the beginning, and they got back, and they started doing good, but
yeah.
It was a good game to watch in the late segment of games. I gotta say, it was a great game all around, and I wanted the Bengals to win, but I guess San Francisco was meant to win that game. Who knows?
Yeah. On to the next.
Let's go to the next game.
Next game was Bucks and Bills. They were at Raymond James Stadium. 33-27. Bucks took it out on top.
Jeez, like this game, I thought the Buccaneers should have ran away with this one. They should have. They had run away with this one. I don't know how they just stopped in the third and fourth quarter. They stopped and didn't do anything. They let them catch up. They didn't do anything. I mean, Tom Brady was really good, 31 of 46 with 363 yards and 2 touchdowns. Did you see that one meme that was like Tom Brady in Tampa is like electric?
Oh yeah.
Just him fighting with people all the time.
He was like banging his helmet. And...
It's absolutely hilarious. But Josh Allen got him back in the game. I mean, I really thought they were dead, but they came back, forced it to OT, and then Tom Brady with the walk-off touchdown. It was great.
Yeah. Josh Allen threw 54 passes, completed 36 of them. Not great. 308 yards and 1 interception. Stephon Diggs was 7 receptions, 74 yards. Cole Beasley 9 receptions, 64 yards. Dawson Knox 7 receptions, 60 yards. Tom Brady, maybe. He's still chugging along.
Leonard Fournette, another solid game with 19 carries, 113 yards and a touchdown. Looked very good in the game.
Yeah. Another thing to touch on Fournette is his contract is up after this year. So does Tampa Bay re-sign him, or does he go somewhere else? I think they re-sign him.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know what their current cap situation is, to be honest. But it's gonna be a wild thing at the end of the season, and when you win a Super Bowl, people expect to be paid. So they have already won a Super Bowl, so it'll be interesting to see what'll happen after his contract expires. But let's go to the Sunday Night Football game.
Oh, God.
Here we go. The Packers ended up beating the Bears. Who would have guessed it? They beat them 45-30. This could have been a lot worse than I thought it was going to be. The Bears actually, surprisingly, in halftime had the lead, which was wow. I mean, that second quarter was high scoring. 24 points scored by the Bears, 21 points scored by Green Bay. It was absolutely insane going into halftime. The Bears had the lead, but I knew that they weren't going to keep up. I mean, Justin Fields had 2 interceptions. He was just trying.
Yeah.
We couldn't get any consistent. We couldn't keep up with the high-powered Green Bay Packers. I mean, that team looks phenomenal. That defense is pretty good. I don't know. The Green Bay Packers, you're just not going to beat them at home like that. I never thought the Bears were going to win, but this made it seem like respectable. To me, it's the same old Bears. Not scoring anything in the third really hurt. Not scoring just 3 points in the fourth. That's terrible.
You can't do it. I mean, a few things I want to touch on. Jakeem Grant, he had the 197-yard punt return, 131 punt return yards that game. That's fantastic. Khalil Herbert, 5 receptions or 5 kick returns, 128 yards, 42 was his long. And another thing I want to touch on is the Green Bay Packers. If you want to be a playoff team, you want to be a Super Bowl team, you want to not get owned by the NFC Championship this year, you just can't let up 30 points to the Chicago Bears. You just can't do that.
Jeez. Damn.
Non-biased or anything.
I was definitely biased, but we're not gonna say anything. Green Bay is definitely in charge of that division, the NFC North standings, as they're 10-3. Minnesota's 6-7. Chicago's 4-9, and Detroit is 1-11-1. They'll clinch the division. They're pretty good. So there's nothing really to be said. Justin Fields looked all right in that game. He kept it within not many points. So I mean,
yeah, he did pretty solid.
He did pretty solid. I didn't expect them to go out there and win. I would be really surprised if they did. But let's go to the Monday night game. This was a very good game. the Rams and the Cardinals. I got to catch the end of it. But, man, the miscommunications at the end.
Yeah.
Arizona could have had a shot if they would have. I don't get how you don't spike the ball on that last play. Nobody looked like they knew what they were doing.
Nope.
They could have pulled off a miracle like they did against Buffalo last year, but they didn't. But Matthew Stafford looked pretty damn good. The Rams look like they could beat a good team now.
Yeah, that's a thing.
They look good. And I can now consider them a really good playoff team. They looked phenomenal tonight. Oh, not tonight. Monday night. Cooper Kupp had 13 receptions, 123 yards, and a touchdown. Is it time to say that Cooper Kupp is the top 10 wide receiver in the league?
Easily.
Top 5?
Easily. I would say it before this week.
All right.
And
we'll have to put your knowledge to the test. But
yeah, and I would also say the Rams are back.
You would take Cooper Kupp over someone like Devontae Adams.
No.
Diggs,
I still think Devontae and Stephon Diggs are higher than Cooper Kupp as of now.
So Devontae, Stephon Diggs, DK Metcalf. You take DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah. Well, I take them over Cooper Kupp, and then Cooper Kupp would be in the list with those guys.
So, all right.
And then
I guess I understand that.
Another thing is this was a big one the Rams needed to prove they were still in it.
Would you take AJ Brown over Cooper Kupp?
No, I'd take Cooper Kupp over him.
Over AJ Brown?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Uh-huh. I would.
No,
he's been more consistent.
Stupid.
He's been putting up yards. He's on target to hit like records this year.
No.
Yeah.
You're smoking something.
No.
You're smoking something.
What stats does AJ Brown have this year?
Come on, man. AJ Brown's such a better wide receiver, and you know it. He is phenomenal. He is so good.
I'm not saying he's not great. I'm just saying Cooper Kupp is better.
So Justin Jefferson, would you take Justin Jefferson or would you take
I'd easily take I'd take Justin Jefferson over Cooper Kupp any day, but
Exactly.
I'm not
saying naming all these guys and you don't think they're Michael Thomas. And Michael Thomas is a slant king. I take the slant king over Cooper Kupp any day.
You just look phenomenal lately.
Mike Evans.
Oh, Mike Evans I'd take over him any day too.
Mike Evans is Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
I would take Chris Godwin over Cooper Kupp any day. So I don't know if he's a top 10. Give me Amari Cooper. Give me Amari Cooper over
Cooper Kupp over Amari.
Actually, that might be true. Or Keenan Allen, Terry McLaurin. You're gonna tell me you're gonna take Cooper Kupp over those guys?
Yeah.
All right.
Another one I'd take over, or another one that would be considered is Hunter Renfrow lately.
Hunter Renfrow looks pretty good, but I don't think he's top 10.
But
yeah,
this was the one. This was the one Rams really needed to take away to prove they were still a team that could fight back to be a playoff team. But yeah, this was one they really needed.
They really needed this one, and kind of glad they did get it. And who knows what the future of those Cardinals team. They just lost DeAndre Hopkins for the season, which is not good. Kyler Murray's not gonna have a dependable target to throw. They got Christian KIRK, right?
Yeah.
And then they got a couple other guys. They got Ertz, but I don't know. It's gonna be very hard.
And James Conner had 9 receptions for 94 yards. It's great for receiving, especially if you're lined up as halfback.
Very. Let's move to our next segment because we gotta move on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask you a question, and you gotta answer this one. We're talking about 6 and 7 teams. There are 7 6 and 7 teams. Who do you think is the best out of them? Who do you think has a shot making the playoffs? The first one's the Eagles. Second one's the Vikings. Washington, Raiders, Dolphins, Falcons, Saints. If you had to pick a team that you say has a shot to make the playoffs, which team is it?
I don't know. All these teams have had their ups and downs. Eagles, I don't know. Gardner Minshew, Jalen Hurts hasn't looked great this year. Eagles were just on a bye week. Vikings.
Minshew mania leading them to the playoffs.
Yeah, if Minshew's playing, I'd say they got the playoffs all the way. Vikings, I don't know, dude. They just haven't been consistent. Lost to the Lions. I don't know. Washington, same with them. I don't know. Raiders, possibly just don't have the coaching. Dolphins, I don't know what's been going on with them. They were on a bye. Depends what happens with the Dolphins and Eagles after this bye week. Falcons and Saints. Right as of now, Falcons literally carried by Cordero Patterson. Saints are running a backup. It's a tough decision. I'd say my pick, number one pick right now, I'd have to say the Raiders.
Raiders? Do you believe the Raiders can do it?
Yeah, I'd have to say the Raiders.
Coaching. Darren Waller's hurt. You say the Raiders.
I'd say the Raiders. They have Hunter Renfrow and Derek Carr. That's all they need. As long as they can keep it together.
That's interesting. Very interesting.
What would you say?
What would I say? I'd say kind of all these teams are 6 and 7.
They all have the same skill level too. This is a tough decision.
The Dolphins have a good. I think the Dolphins have a.
But it's Tua turn the ball over.
No, Tua's accurate. Accurate guy. Tua's been very accurate the past few weeks. I don't know what you're talking about. Tua's been very good, in my opinion. That's what I'd see.
Yeah. Another team.
They're very good right now. Who's in the playoffs? There's already a 6 and 7 team that's in the playoffs right now in the NFC. That is the Washington football team, but that can change at any time.
Any of these teams.
Any of the teams in the NFC can go in. In the AFC, you have to be 7 and 6, the best record to get in.
Yeah.
It's very,
very close.
Who knows?
I think my runner-up would probably be, like you said, the Dolphins or the Eagles.
The Dolphins could do, but I don't know. I'm looking at other teams like Cincinnati, Cleveland. They're bumping on the door.
Yeah.
If Indianapolis or Buffalo loses a couple times, they're 7 and 6. They can fall out. Who knows? Miami could steal a playoff spot if it is. They're not at the end. I mean, they're not the worst team.
Yeah, it's already week.
Yeah,
it's already week 15 right now, and then we have 16-17 to the new 17th week. Pretty much after that, it's playoffs. I don't know. This is a tight competition.
Their schedule coming up. The Jets, very winnable game. I mean, they got a couple harder games. They got the Saints they got to beat. They got to beat the Titans, and they got to beat the Patriots. So it's hard to say they would make it. They got a shot. They got to go upward, but who knows? Las Vegas. Let's look at theirs.
Definitely a game they need to win. Definitely a couple games they need to win.
Yeah, and the Raiders. You said the Raiders, correct?
Yeah.
They got a little bit easier of a schedule, kind of. They got to beat the Broncos. They got to beat the Colts. They got to beat the Chargers. So the Colts and Chargers.
That's not too. That's a pretty mediocre schedule. That's not too easy. That's not too hard.
I'd say the Colts and Chargers are pretty damn good teams, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But who knows? What other teams in the? Really, it's gonna be the Eagles and Washington really deciding against each other because they play each other 2 times. They still have yet to play each other 2 times. They need to play each other 2 times.
Yeah, that's going to be down to the wire for them.
It's going to be very hard for the NFC. It's insane because there's already a 6 and 7 team in. Washington. And Vikings, if they got a favorable schedule. Philadelphia. But Vikings, I don't know, they're just so inconsistent. Philadelphia, Atlanta, New Orleans, they're all there. They just need to win a couple more games. Any of those teams we say can actually make it and steal from Washington. Because I don't think Washington looks as great right now. I think easily either Minnesota or Philadelphia can fill in that spot in the NFC standing.
Another advantage... An advantage that Philadelphia has over Minnesota is they are coming off of a bye week, which will help them out.
Yeah, that is true.
All right, just wrapping up that one. 6 and 7 teams. That's a very controversial topic. Very interesting topic. What we got to cover with the weeks coming up. We'll take a segment on that every single week. What we think of the 7 and 6 and 7 teams. All right, on to the next segment. We're bringing back rapid fire questions.
Let's go.
I'm gonna give Colin about 8, 9 questions, 10 questions. You gotta answer yes or no, or just a simple one-word answer. All right. Do the Browns look like a playoff team?
They do not look like a playoff team.
Herbert or Burrow?
Herbert.
Will the Bills miss the playoffs?
Yes.
Is Urban Meyer done after this year?
Yes.
Jimmy G or Russ?
Russ.
Will the Rams make the Super Bowl?
No, NFC Championship loss.
Will the Packers finally win the NFC Championship?
Yes.
Who owns the Bears?
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. I'd agree with your takes, but I'd take only things I'd change is Jimmy G over Russ.
You would take Jimmy G over Russ?
Yeah. And then I would say Bills miss the playoffs. Yeah. I would say Herbie over Burrow.
No one in their right span has actually said Jimmy G over Russ. That's insane. You're an idiot if you say.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Rams will lose in the NFC Championship, and I think the Packers won't make it. Biased. Yeah, I'm saying that. I'm saying that bias. I'm saying that bias. I'm saying that bias.
All right, that was a good rapid fire question.
All right,
segment. Let's head into hot takes. Andrew, you want to start us off with the hot take?
I think Kirk Cousins is overrated. A few weeks ago, people were saying he's underrated. He had his stats, so he started to gain attention, but I don't know. He just seems overrated to me.
He has the stats of a really good quarterback this year. He does have a really good stats. But I just think he can't get it done in prime time. It's been a hard thing for him. He's not been able to get it done in prime time. Don't know what it is. I think that's a hot-ish take. But I think Urban Meyer is the worst coach in the league. And not only the worst coach in the league, I think he's the worst coach of all time.
Over Matt Nagy.
Head coach, he is the worst head coach of all time in the NFL.
I would have to agree with that one. He just looks absolutely
He is
atrocious.
The worst. We'll get to the news later. He is in the news almost every single week, and all for the bad reasons. He is not great. He is not a great coach, not a great NFL coach for that. I mean, his college resume speaks for himself, but the NFL, he's terrible.
Yeah. All right. On my next one, I think it's not a hot take, but the Rams are back.
Rams are back. All right. Yeah, that's not really a hot take, but I think that is correct. I think they're back.
I'll run.
I believe. Run it again.
Do another one. I'll do another one. Yeah, just because that one was garbage. Aaron Rodgers retires after this year. I think he's just done after this year. He goes back to.
You think he retires?
I think he's done.
It is Jeopardy after this year.
Yeah, because either I think as if the Packers don't win the Super Bowl, he's not staying with the Packers. So I think he's done after this year. He doesn't go to a team. I don't see a team that needs him besides Denver or Pittsburgh.
Wow, you're just saying he's not gonna do it at all. So you're saying he wins the Super Bowl and he goes out, or you just saying he's out in general?
He wins the Super Bowl, he stays with Green Bay. If he doesn't, he's out.
Like he's retired. Wow, that's
what I believe.
That's a hot take. I don't believe that's true, but we'll see. The bright things about this segment is you could speak your mind, and it's a hot take. But I believe that Matt Rule should be fired after the season. It's not been going good.
Yeah.
They have not gotten a good quarterback. Christian McCaffrey's been injured. That team just doesn't look good. Earlier in the year, they looked pretty decent. It was same as last year. They looked pretty decent. They're just false gold, and they just did not look good. I don't think he's a terrible coach, but I don't think he's an NFL coach. I believe he might leave him, or he'll get fired and go back to college. That is my take. But I think he should be fired at the end of this year.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that one. All right, on to my next one. I said King Henry will come back, but won't be nearly. Yeah, I think King Henry will come back, but won't be nearly like he was. I don't know. I have a feeling he's not going to come off that injury strong. He's going to be kind of like previous 2017, 2018 King Henry. He's not going to be 100% like he was at the beginning of this year.
Oh, so you're saying he's not going to be like he was.
No.
He's not going to be the same after the injury. That's your hot take. Wow.
That's what I believe.
Let me send that to Derrick Henry. And then
I hope he's good. I hope he's good. Yeah, you said his motivation, King Henry. I hope he's good. I have him on my fantasy. He's been sitting on my IR since week 8. I want him.
Okay, it's all right. It's all right. Chill. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out.
All right.
I think Jonathan Taylor should win the MVP. I don't think any of these quarterbacks. I don't think Tom Brady deserves it. He's got enough. Jonathan Taylor should be the MVP. That is my hot take. I don't think it's a hot take because I think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I honestly believe it could happen. I think he is the MVP. He should win the MVP, and that's it.
Yeah, simple as that. JT for MVP.
Simple as that.
Yeah, and then my last hot take is Jonathan Taylor will top King Henry next year. I don't know. Jonathan Taylor has just looked way better than him this year. I mean, King Henry is still top 3 in rushing in the NFL.
I don't think that's true, though.
We'll have to
Derrick
see.
Henry's in the top 4, and he's been in the top 4, and it took a couple weeks, even before somebody could surpass him. I mean, He's absolutely insane. He was on pace for a 2,000-yard season. I don't think that's true, but I don't know.
It's hot take. Depending how he comes off his injury.
We're going to go into the NFL news segment. We got a lot of news spanning, and we're going to lead off with our Chicago Bears. The Bears they were just announced they're like kind of the home market for the Spain and UK. Not sure what that really means. I guess like those are their default home teams, like the Jags are. And I don't know.
The Jags seem like the UK team.
Yeah, but I don't know. But they just named the Bears as Spain and UK. I have no idea what that means. But I just thought it was interesting to share. The Baker Mayfield is tested positive for COVID-19, and in other words, there's been 75 people on COVID IR. So this is huge. The variant is getting a lot of people sick, and
then
like this, especially in the NFL world. I mean, I looked at my fantasy football team, and I'm like, who the heck am I gonna start this week? Because everyone's on COVID.
Yeah, and like it's not just with NFL, it's with NBA too. I know the Bulls have had to postpone their last 2 games, and then they move the time for their upcoming one next week. So COVID's really taking a toll on these sports teams. And same with the MLB. They're on a lockdown right now, or lockout or blackout, whatever they call it. And yeah, I don't know when they'll be back, but we'll have to find something to cover in the off season, whether it's NFL opinions, suggestions, or anything. We'll keep it interesting.
Another valid news that's come out is Allegiant Stadium, home of the Las Vegas Raiders, will host the Super Bowl in 2024. We all knew this was inevitable.
Yeah.
We just were waiting for the announcement. That stadium is nice.
Yeah, that is just new stadiums host the Super Bowl. Simple as that.
It's high-tech stadium, too, so it's a great stadium. And now, let's get into the news we kind of been talking about. But the Urban Meyer situation. I mean, earlier in the year, we had him not flying home with the team. And, at the bar situation, all that.
Gotta respect the grind.
Getting some, but he's a married man. And Urban Meyer, and then after that, it was reported that he was, arguing with coaches, like saying, look at my resume. I don't really have to prove why I'm a winner.
Yeah.
Let's look at what have you done to win? What is your resume? I mean, it's just terrible. And then now that just came out about an hour ago, the Jaguars head coach Urban Meyer reportedly told kicker Josh Lambo during warm-ups and told him, hey, dip, you can fill in the blank, make your effing kicks. And there had some arguments after that. They have had some disagreements, so it's not a great situation there.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like the guy.
Urban's not the guy. He is not the guy in Jacksonville. He's not going to be the guy in Jacksonville.
Nope.
Gotta go. He's got to go.
Yeah, and then another one I found really interesting was no playoff spots clinched through Week 14 for just the 3rd time since 1978. That's crazy. That just shows you
how good the NFL games are right now. They're very good. A lot of teams, nobody's outshining the other ones. We're kind of getting together where it seems like there are a couple teams that might be really good, but who knows?
Yeah, that just shows you how close everyone is.
Yeah, it's very, and then we're gonna go into probably the last thing. Earlier this week, Demaryius Thomas died. It was a tragic event. RIP DT.
Rest in peace, dude. I used to watch him all the time, but back then, I think I was like 12 or something when they had their Super Bowl run. A few years before that, I don't know. I was a big Broncos fan. Broncos and Bears. Great. Yeah, I know. I had a Von Miller shirt. I don't know. I love that team, dude. It's sad.
I had a Manning jersey.
Yeah.
It was Rip him.
Yeah, that's rough.
Good guy, and he just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's gone too soon.
Yeah.
Moment of silence for DT.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, great moment of silence. Let's
all right.
Let's go on to the
Can't be
next
sliding with me,
game,
dancing
but
to the
before we do
sun
that,
down. Fell in love
the
and it's like to
record
watch 'em
for
rain
us
down.
from last week.
I'm gonna tally them up right now. All right. So last
Don't
week.
have that. Yeah, we're not professional at all.
No,
we don't
no.
even have these tallies up.
So currently our record is I have 1 win for our records, and then we're tied for 1. And then I think what I'm looking at, Colin won this week, but we'll have to go over it.
Yeah.
All right. So Steelers, Vikings, Minnesota came up on top. Ravens, Browns. Yeah.
Wait. So who?
You said
you gotta announce who won.
Yeah. I said Steelers. You said Minnesota.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's 1 for you. I said Browns. You said Ravens. Browns won. I took that one.
Dang it.
Bears, Packers. We both said Packers.
So we got the win there.
Yeah. Jags, Titans. We both said Titans. Raiders,
Okay.
Chiefs. I said Raiders. You said Chiefs. You got that one. Saints, Jets. We both said Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Cowboys, Washington. I said Washington. You said Cowboys.
Let's go.
Falcons, Panthers. We both said Falcons.
Let's
Seahawks,
go.
Seahawks, Texans. We both said Seahawks. Lions, Broncos. I said Lions. You said Denver.
Yeah. Come on. They weren't gonna win. They were gonna have a hangover after that game. They're probably all showing up there drunk after not having practice for about a week. Come on.
All right. Chargers, Giants. We both said Chargers. Niners, Bengals. I said Niners. You said Bengals. Oh my God, you are shitting on me this week. All right. Bills, Bucks. We both said Bucks. Rams, Cardinals. I said Rams. Colin said Cardinals.
Oh wait.
I got that one.
So you might have caught up.
All right. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I had.
How many did I have?
All right.
Just tell me
Coming
how
out
many.
with the final total, you had 5. I'm not counting the ties; those are just scrapped. I'm scrapping the ties. So you had 5 over me. I had 2 over you. So you came out with this one, 5 and 2.
I destroyed you this week.
Yeah.
All right. So last week you won. You got more
So,
games correctly. You guessed. The week before that we
tied.
tied.
So it's 1, 1, and 1.
It's 1, 1, and 1. We're 1, 1, 1. So this is great. This is for taking the lead. Can we take the lead? Here we go. Let's go into the Thursday night game.
Wait,
Chiefs,
is this
Chargers.
is this week 15?
This is week
All right.
15. My good sir.
All right, let me start.
Okay. I'm gonna say, I'll take the Chiefs in this one. Chiefs are gonna win it. Their defense looks very good, and there's not much of a home field advantage in the Charger Stadium because there are no Chargers fans.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that one meme where it's like out here at the new stadium, interviewing some hardcore Chargers fans, and there was like nobody there. It was kind of funny. But who do you got in this one?
I'm just gonna take the Chargers. I don't know. I think they look great in the last. I just believe in
Okay.
Herbie. I got Chargers. You got Chiefs.
Believe in Herbie. I love Herbie. Notable questionables. Austin Eckler's questionable. They said he should be playing, but it's good to keep an eye on.
Mm-hmm.
This might be a high-powered game. Chiefs' last 5 has all been W's.
Guess one,
Chargers
yeah.
have had 2 losses in the last 5. So who knows? This could be. I'm hoping this is a very good game. I love the Chargers, and I want them to win because they're my second team. But
Me too.
I think it's the Kansas City Chiefs. But you'll take the Chargers. Kansas City, 51% chance to win. The Chargers, 48. Kansas City 3-2 away. Chargers are 4-3 at home. So it's going to be a good game.
It's gonna be a great game.
It's going to be a great game at SoFi Stadium. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
It's a great game. So let's head on to the next one. We're having Saturday games, bro.
Oh
We're
yeah,
having
that
Saturday
is so weird. Saturday games.
Yeah, Saturday games. But I absolutely love it. It is going to be Las Vegas Raiders traveling to the Cleveland Browns. Who do you think's going to get the win?
I got Browns on top. They just look great coming off this last win against the Ravens. I got the Browns for this one.
Baker Mayfield's on COVID. Kevin Stefanski's on COVID. They're raging through COVID. Give me the Las Vegas Raiders in the away.
All right, yeah, I probably should have looked at that before.
Because Baker's out.
That's
Kevin
it.
Stefanski's not coaching. I don't like it. Give me the Las Vegas Raiders. They're not favored in this matchup. They're actually 33% chance of winning, so if that makes you feel better. Cleveland's 5-2 at home. The Raiders are 3-3 and away. Darren Waller might not play. Who knows?
Yeah.
COVID could rage through some more, and I'm guessing if it raged through the Browns, it's going to stay with the Browns. So
yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting, very interesting game.
Very interesting. I think they bounce back, and I think they win. The Las Vegas Raiders will beat the Cleveland Browns on Saturday.
Yeah.
All right, let's head to the next one. Patriots Colts. Patriots traveling to the Colts Stadium. Who do you think is gonna win this game?
I don't know. This is a must-win for the Colts, pretty much, if they want to conceal that wild card spot. With the AFC is a tough spot. The AFC is a tough run-up, but I think the Colts. This is a must-win. Patriots have looked phenomenal lately. I don't know. Colts have looked great too. Who are the inactives for this game?
Inactives for this game. Damian Harris is questionable. Jack Doyle is questionable for the Colts. There's a couple other guys.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna take the Colts.
You're to take the Colts. You like the underdogs in the story.
Yeah.
Underdogs. I just got finished watching some of the Tom Brady documentary with the Patriots.
Oh yeah, what episode are you on that?
I'm already caught up. I already watched the new one as well. It's very good.
Wait, is there a fifth one out now?
Yeah, it's already up. I watched half of it. Fell asleep last night, so I gotta watch the rest of it tonight.
Yeah,
but
if any of you are watching this, I'd highly recommend it. I've watched four.
Very good series.
I've watched
even if you don't like Tom Brady, it's very good.
Yeah, it's just great to see where he came from. I've watched 4 of the 5. I'm gonna watch the 5th one tonight.
Like you said, the Indianapolis Colts need a win. Jonathan Taylor's on an MVP type season. That offense is very good. That defense is very good. It's just all around very good. But I'm going with the New England Patriots.
All right.
The New England Patriots are hard to stop. I don't think Mac Jones is very good as long as he just keeps in his ways, doesn't get interfered by throwing interceptions. He's great. He's phenomenal.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that one.
I think he's.
But I'm taking the Colts. Yeah, I'm taking the Colts. You got the Pats. All right, on to the next game. We have our first Sunday game, Panthers at Bills. I think Bills are coming out on top. Panthers have not looked great. Cam Newton has not looked phenomenal either. Bills are coming out on top.
Give me a Buffalo in a bounce back game. I'm not gonna say anything.
Don't overthink it.
Questionable. Manuel Sanders is questionable. Josh Allen's kind of questionable. Who knows? I think he'll still play. Sam Darnold's on IR, so Christian McCaffrey's out. Who's gonna start? Maybe
PJ Walker.
PJ Walker. Who knows?
Yeah.
Give me Buffalo. They're at home. They're gonna win this one. Don't know if it's gonna be as pretty or it could be. Who knows? But I'm not overthinking it. Buffalo is winning this game.
All right. On to the next game.
The next one, Cardinals Lions. Give me the Cards. Not even questioning.
Do I do it again? No.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it this week.
Do it. Do it.
No, it's gonna give you a free win.
Do it. I know you want to. Do it.
All right, I'm gonna say Lions, but if Matthew Stafford starts, so he's not gonna start. So he's on the. I know he's not even on the roster. You never know. There could be like a.
So just say you're picking Arizona.
Yeah, I'm not doing it this week.
All right, Arizona has an 80% chance of winning that game. They're 7-0 on an away game. They're undefeated on away.
I think they're gonna come out on top. They're gonna come out on top.
1-5 on home games. So who knows? They've won a home game, so they can win another one. Who knows? But they're not gonna win it. They're not gonna.
No. I want them to, but
he hops out for the season, which hurts. But I don't think that matters because Kyler Murray's going to absolutely destroy a new one of Detroit. So,
bounce back game for Arizona.
Jets, Dolphins. Jets traveling to the Dolphins. I have the Dolphins in this one.
Yeah, I mean, Jets have nowhere to shine. Zach Wilson looks awful.
Shame on you. Fool me twice, not again.
Yeah, I mean Dolphins. This is a must-win for them. They're 6-17, like we covered earlier. They'd be 7-7.
Like if Mike White was playing this game, maybe I'd choose them. But
yeah,
no, he's out. But the Dolphins, they're too good to me. They're too good.
Yeah,
I think they get the win.
They're just outperforming the Jets. Don't they have like 5 in a row?
Dolphins?
Yeah.
They got the last 5 wins have been all W's, and they started the season really bad, and they're starting to pick up, and this is great. I think
they're at Hard Rock too.
Will lose this game. Miami has an 81% chance of winning this game. New York has an 18.5% chance of winning it. Miami is 4-3 at home, and Jets are 1-5 in away games. So I think it's very easy. Pick Miami in this one.
Yeah, don't overthink it.
If I was a bettor, I'd pick the Dolphins.
Yeah, and another.
Let's go over to. Oh, sorry.
Well, another thing I wanted to say is, if you want to go to the Lions game, we could go for $28. And there's no teams on bye this week, so we're gonna have a full ride list of teams playing this week.
Wait, $28 only?
Yeah, that'd be.
I take the drive. You want to come to a Lions Cardinals game?
I don't know. I was gonna say if we weren't going to college next year, we should do it, but. I want to go to
Panthers Bills games. Tickets are low as
$10. I mean, Highmark Stadium is a massive stadium.
Yeah, but like that is in Buffalo.
It's
I can't drive that far, but I could drive.
Ford Field. I don't know. How far is it? Like 7 hours?
I don't know. It's not 7 hours. I don't think. Right? Who knows? We're not going to Ford Field though.
I'm looking up.
Who would want to? Oh my gosh. But as you're looking that up, I'll head to the next game. Cowboys, Giants. Give me the Cowboys in this one. Not overthinking it.
Detroit is...
you cut out.
No. I didn't get it. Fuck.
You didn't.
All right, you keep going. You keep going.
Dallas Cowboys are gonna win this one. They're 5-2 in away games. New York's 3-3 in away games. Dallas have a 70% chance of win. New York has about 30% chance. Tony Pollard's questionable, but I think they still get it done. Zeke is gonna get all the hands-offs in the world, and I think the Dallas Cowboys are gonna win this one very easily. New York does not look like a good team. Who knows?
I got our results.
Who's starting a QB? Okay.
It is It is a 5-hour, 34-minute drive, which isn't bad.
That's not bad. Who's driving? You or me?
I drive. Don't worry. I've driven on the highway one time.
Damn, I've driven down to Virginia.
Yeah, you drive.
I guess I'll drive.
Or you could get a plane ticket for $147, an hour flight.
The purpose.
Yeah. I'd actually be down for that next year if we ever have the time. But yeah.
Yeah, that's very true.
That'd be hype.
Give me the Dallas Cowboys in this one. Who do you got?
What was it? I was too busy. I was too busy looking up Detroit.
Cowboys Giants.
Oh, Cowboys
Giants. You really don't want to pick the Giants?
I'm not doing it.
Okay, I'm just trying to get one up on you.
Washington
Eagles. Give me the Eagles in this one. Washington cannot create any pressure. They got 0 edge rushers that are healthy. I mean, Chase Young's out and Montez Sweat's out. Jalen Hurts is questionable, so who knows? We could see the man, the myth, the legend, the stash, Gardner Minshew play in this game. Who knows? He might come back. He might not. Miles Sanders questionable. Jordan Howard questionable. Who knows? I'm taking Philadelphia, even though Philadelphia is 1-4 in away games, which is absolutely astonishing. And Washington's 3-3 in away games. But give me Philly in this one. They have a 62% chance to win. Washington has a 37. So what's your pick?
My pick, I don't know. I would be going with Bill. I'm picking Washington, but if Money Minshew plays, I'm going to go with the Eagles. So I'm going to say that Washington, but if the Eagles if Minshew plays.
Okay, I'll allow that. I guess I'll allow that. But let's go to the Titans-Steelers games. Titans traveling to the Steelers. Who do you think wins this game? I honestly, I don't know.
I don't think the Steelers have been consistent enough in the early game.
Throw-off game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go with the Titans. They have the record. They have the players. King Henry won't be back, though. Probably not till week 17 at the earliest. My guess would be. But I got the Titans for this one.
I don't know, but I'm not gonna let you get one up on me, because I feel like I have enough wins that I can win. So I'm gonna pick Tennessee with you. If we get a loss, we get a loss. But I'm gonna pick that with you just so that I don't lose a game off of a BS. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
Texans Jaguars, the fart bowl. Give me.
Both teams are 2-11. Who do you think is gonna come on top?
This is the shit bowl. This is the
in Jacksonville.
How would Jacksonville have a 62% chance of winning?
The tickets are more expensive than Detroit. Who's going to Jacksonville?
No, there's 14.
Detroit is 10. When was that high mark? No, Detroit was 28. The tickets are more expensive at Buffalo than they are in Jacksonville.
No, they're not.
No, they're cheaper in Buffalo. Dude, what the heck? This is just basically a bunch of college dropouts, a bunch of low life people.
Jeez. Okay.
Urban Meyer.
Okay. Josh Allen is questionable for this game. That's the only notable guy for Jacksonville. Really, there's a couple others, but
wait. Oh yeah, Josh. I was about to say I was talking about which Josh Allen.
We're talking about the Josh Allen.
The Josh Allen. The good one.
This is good Josh Allen. That plays on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, the Jaguars are 2-5 at home. 2-5 at home.
Who do you got in this one?
I think, dude, I don't know. There's a line.
Give me Houston in this one. Davis Mills for 300 yards last week. Trevor Lawrence didn't throw a single touchdown passes and throw in 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
Give me the Texans in this one.
I don't know. I'll pick the Jags to go against you. Both teams are absolute dog, dude. But I'm taking Jags.
Urban Meyer flies home to Ohio and goes to his bar.
Yeah, he will. He's not going to show up for this game.
So you going Jags?
I'm going Jags.
All right. If I end up losing because of this stupid game, I will literally scream. That's all right. We got the Bengals Broncos. Give me the Bengals in this one. Not overthinking it. I like my boy Joey B at a bounce back game. This is a bounce back game for him.
It is.
Okay. So I believe they can do it.
I'm gonna take the Bengals too. I'm rocking the Jamar Chase jersey right now. I think the Bengals have looked decent in the last weeks.
Jersey in, so we're good.
Yeah, we're just gonna rock the Bengals. I think I'm taking the Bengals too.
Taking the Bengals. I don't really like how Denver is. Denver's 4-3 at home. Cincinnati's 4-2 in away games. I like the Bengals. The Bengals look very good. Let's see. Joe Burrow's questionable, but he's gonna play. But yeah, Denver's actually favored 60% to 39, but I think Cincinnati is a better choice to choose, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I would say that too. Denver has been they looked great last week, but they haven't been consistent enough.
Well, anyone looks great against the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
That is true. Let's head to the next game. Falcons 49ers. Give me Niners in this one. Niners at home. Very good. They're actually not very good at home. They're 2-4 at home, and actually the Falcons are 5-2 in away games. But give me the San Francisco 49ers. They have a 76% chance to win. I like Jimmy Garoppolo throwing the ball around. Elijah Mitchell on the carries. Deebo Samuel with his rushing and catching ability. Give me them at home.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Niners. Jimmy G, Eastern Illinois representative. I'm going to take the Niners.
All right, so it's good. Let's head to the next game.
Seahawks Rams.
Rams. Who do you got?
Jeez. I'm gonna take the Rams for this one. Seahawks have looked Rams coming off of a win. I think they're gonna take this one at home.
Give me the Los Angeles Rams. I like their ability. They're 4-2 in home games. 68% chance of winning. Matthew Stafford looked great last week. He's gonna look great again this week.
Yeah, I agree. They're coming off of a win. They just look like
both teams are coming off of a win of 30-plus points on the board.
Yeah, the Rams are coming off
maybe a high-powered affair. I just like the Rams' defense better than I do like Seattle's.
Yeah, the Rams are coming off of a win against the Cardinals, especially like the best team in the NFL right now, or the best record, or was the best record. But yeah, this definitely an interesting game. Rams looking to bounce back.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Let's head to the Packers-Ravens game. Give me who you got in this one.
Is Lamar active?
Lamar, we don't know. Lamar
questionable. I checked earlier. I think he's questionable.
Here, let's look. I have no idea if he is. He is questionable. Jackson sprained ankle, won't practice Wednesday.
Oh yeah, we covered that earlier. Oh, I don't know. I feel.
Give me Green Bay in this one. Green Bay goes out and win it. They're 4-3 in away games. They got a 58% chance of winning. Give me Green Bay in the win, even though I hate to say it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I want the Ravens to win. You know, they're against the Packers. You know what? I'm taking the Ravens. You know, I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say, because I'm a Bears fan, I'm going to take the Ravens. I want the Ravens to win. This is a must-needed win for them. I'm taking the Ravens.
Okay, you just handed yourself a loss.
They're in Baltimore, though. Those fans are insane, bro.
The Saints and the Buccaneers. Who do you got in this one? Give me the Buccaneers.
I thought you were gonna say, I was about to be like, is it even a question?
I was about to say the Saint Buccaneers.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I got Bucks too.
Yeah, give you the Bucks in this one. 6-0 at home.
Don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it. That's my mantra now. I've lost a few games because I've overthinking them.
Whoa, come on, bro. Bears get next game. Bears get in another primetime game. Another one to embarrass us Chicago fans more on primetime.
Primetime KIRK though. So give me the Bears in this one. The Bears looked good in playing against Green Bay's defense. They looked good. Give me the Bears in this one. I think Minnesota has that inconsistent game like they had last week. They barely got to win. If Justin Fields plays in this game, the Chicago Bears will win this game in an upset.
Yeah, I don't know what is with the Bears and Vikings on primetime lately. I don't know who in the offices is a Bears fan, who's a Vikings fan. I don't know what's going on, but they're at Soldier. It's the Bears and Vikings. I think the Bears are first time the Bears face the Vikings. The Bears faced the Vikings 2 times in their next three games. So I'm gonna take the I'm gonna take the Bears over this one. I'm gonna be with you. I'm gonna take the Bears because it's against primetime KIRK. I'm looking for Bears.
Let's get some Darnold Mooney touchdown grabs.
Yeah.
Here we go. This has been a great week this is gonna be a really great week. We got games on Thursday. We got games on Saturday. We got games on Sunday. We got a game
Monday.
Great week of NFL football. Can't wait to watch it with you, Andrew. Oh well. We'll be back here to do our next
we should
episode
be back here. We should be back here around this. I know this week's episode was a little late. We had a rough time scheduling this one, but we got it out. We're gonna next week's episode will be out by Thursday, hopefully Monday or Tuesday. We'll try to get it out earlier, but yeah, it's been a great episode. This is an hour and 12 minutes. This is our longest episode yet.
It's all right.
Definitely a juicy week.
All right. See you guys later. This has been the Anytime Podcast. See ya.
I'll see you next week. Peace.